Alex Lowe's is optimistic about Bimota's WorldSBK progress, but is it all just smoke and mirrors? After a strong showing in the final 2025 World Superbike test at Jerez, Lowe's believes the team has taken significant steps forward with their KB998 machine. But here's where it gets controversial. Can these gains translate to real-world performance on different tracks and in varying conditions? Bimota made a splash in the 2025 World Superbike season, their first with the KB998. Alex Lowe's secured 4 podium finishes, including an impressive 3 at Magny-Cours, proving the bike's potential. Given that the project is still in its infancy, further development and improvements are naturally anticipated for the 2026 season. Following the 2025 season, Lowe's participated in 2 test sessions at Jerez. The first was immediately after a race in October, and the second took place towards the end of November, 26th to 27th. Lowe's reported that the Italian factory implemented several changes that positively impacted his feeling on the bike. And this is the part most people miss. Lowe's also expressed caution, acknowledging that the exceptionally favorable conditions at Jerez in November might have skewed the results. Think about it. A grippy track and cool temperatures can mask underlying issues. It's always pretty difficult to test here at Jerez in the winter because the track is quite grippy, the temperature is cool. Lowe's explained to WorldSBK.com after topping the timesheets on the second day of the November Jerez test with a blistering 137 lap on a qualifying tire. You have to be really precise in what you're testing because everything feels quite good. He elaborated on the extensive changes made to the bike during the test. We changed the chassis of the bike, setup-wise, quite a lot. We've got a different swing arm to what we used during the season, different parts from Showa, different balance of the bike. The team's primary goal was to assess how these alterations affected the bike's overall balance, and the initial feedback was encouraging. They then shifted their focus to refining electronics and corner entry performance. But, as Lowe's emphasized, the unique conditions at Jerez made it challenging to draw definitive conclusions. It's difficult to really know, especially with Ducati not here, not everybody here, conditions are cool, track is grippy, so it's hard to know. The absence of key competitors like Ducati further complicated the evaluation process, making it difficult to gauge Bimota's true progress relative to the competition. Despite these caveats, Lowe's remains optimistic. But I do believe we've made a couple of steps since the last race of the year, he stated. We'll find out, obviously, as we get going on different tracks, but I think we've definitely improved our package since the last round of 2025, and that's all we can do. So, happy with the work done. This is the key takeaway. Even with the uncertainties, Lowe's believes the team is moving in the right direction. Lowe's further explained that the changes tested in November stemmed from ideas generated throughout the 2025 season, ideas that they didn't have the opportunity to explore during race weekends. He mentioned that during a race weekend, the limited practice time on Friday, coupled with the pressure to perform in Saturday's race, makes it risky to implement radical changes. Obviously, on a race weekend you've got Friday practice, and then you're racing on Saturday, so you don't really want to go too extreme. He continued, so, we had some ideas that we already tried in the test after the race with the balance of the bike. Quite extreme. These extreme ideas involved significant adjustments to the bike's chassis and overall balance. While the existing chassis was already performing well, the team felt compelled to push the boundaries and explore potential improvements. The chassis on the bike was working well, so it's hard to improve it, but we've made quite a big change, and on this track in these conditions I feel a lot more comfortable, Lowe's noted. However, he reiterated the need for caution. Now, like I said, we have to be careful not to get too excited. We have to try at different tracks, different temperatures, and everything else. But with the track time I've had, I felt good and confident. The best I've felt on the bike. So, what are your thoughts? Can Bimota build on this momentum and become a consistent contender in 2026? Or were the Jerez tests simply a mirage created by favorable conditions? Do you think Lowe's caution is justified, or is he being overly conservative in his assessment? Share your predictions and opinions in the comments below. Note, Alex joined the Crash.net team in August of 2024, having covered consumer and racing motorcycle news at VisorDown for 2 years.